Hey, what's up, world internet? I have decided that I'm actually going to start vlogging and uploading this stuff on a regular basis. Partially because I've been like filming myself talking, kind of therapeutically all year, and it's been really interesting to go back and watch some of the thoughts. I really struggled with mental illness this year. It's been, I mean, I not like, oh, I'm kind of depressed, or no, like kind of lost it. Which it's fine, honestly. It's me. Um, so I'm completely comfortable with where I've been. I've actually spent a lot of time today watching old videos from the beginning of the year, and I had a lot of really great ideas, and then a lot of things that I just kind of glossed over as if they weren't important in the ideas, and they were whatever. I don't need to go into all of it, but um, yeah. So anyway, it's been a crazy year. It's been a year of spiritual awakening. It's been a year of rediscovering God for myself, rediscovering, not even rediscovering, discovering how the universe works, at least according to me, figuring out the like best way to be, the best way to exist for me. And then out of that, I've learned a lot about being human. And anyway, I don't need to go into all of that here and now. That's not really what I'm wanting to track, because I'm actually writing. I'm writing all that out. That's not something I've really ever done before, but I officially started, I guess, my book. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I mean it. I'm starting my book. So it's really exciting. It's going to be it's a book. It's a video series. It's a lot. I sound crazy again, but it's hard to quantify. But bottom line, I've learned a lot this year, and I've done a lot of reading this year. I've done a lot of talking to people, just a lot of experiences, a lot of growth, and I'm just writing it all out. So I'm really excited that I got that started. Um, I've also been listening to a bunch of music that I wrote in like 2011, which is so random, but I just whipped out my laptop today, and going through it and just like listening to all this stuff, and some of it's like okay, some of it I'm like, oh my gosh, this is rock solid stuff I really want to play with and work on. So I'm doing that today as well. We've been moving to Shawnee all week, and I'm just really excited for this transition. I'm excited to get to a place where I don't have to stress about money, where I get to build something I'm proud of, that I get to build something that I'm in love with, and instead of just building a business, because just a business, for me anyway, this is the way I feel about it, just a business is still working for the man, because they're working for the system. And it's me just doing work for other people, one job at a time, as opposed to, having a steady job where um, you know make a salary or hourly or whatever. It's just like breaking that up and getting paid by 50 different employers instead of one solid employer. And so anyway, we're making this move to Shawnee, to get to a place where I can actually work on my art. I can actually work on my music. I can work on the video series that I'm working on. I can work on this concept of how people should interact together, and how we can build a better society, one person at a time, and then together as the collective. And anyway, it's exciting. It's exciting to me. And so yeah, I wanted to start vlogging because I basically like sit in front of my camera and I'll talk, and then I don't really do much to organize it. I don't really ever go back and, I mean, I go back and watch it, but like I don't really know. Some of the stuff I say in front of the camera is just useless. It's drivel. Like there's nothing in it that's even worth remembering. Um, and so I look through some of those, and I'm like, and I'll stop halfway and I'll be like, this is crap. Why am I sitting here saying all of this? This is stupid. And then I'll just delete it, like, or won't delete it. I'll stop the recording, and then later I'll be like, why didn't I just delete it? I hated everything I was saying. I should have just deleted it. And so, um, Anyway, I'm going to start uploading them, giving them titles, and then giving short descriptions in what it is I'm talking about. And if no one watches this, honestly, it's fine, because it's kind of for me. It's a bit of a journal. I mean, I keep a journal as well, but I don't know. It's fun to see, like, oh, I got this shirt I had like a few days ago, and I don't really know what my hair is doing. It's fine, I guess. It's interesting. Want to see what's on? Check this out. Hot mess. I've heard of hat hair, but this is just ridiculous. Anyway, my kids are upstairs with their papa, Amanda's dad, hanging out and playing on the iPad. This is a mess. Anyway, and I am downstairs. I just watched a bunch of old videos from the beginning of the year, like I said, and so listening to music, figure out what songs I'm going to be working on next, and I don't know. I feel like I'm settling in. I'm settling into this place where I get to just be. This place where I get to be a dad. This place where I get to be an author. Where I get to be a musician. I get to play with my band, my musician friends. It's not really a band anymore. It's just like a bunch of friends that I play music with and write with, and we're gonna do more with it eventually. But right now it's just music, and it's pretty great. So anyway, we got all the major things moved from Lawrence to Shawnee, and yeah, first day here. It's 3:52 p.m. Amanda is getting her hair done in Lawrence, and anyway, it's yeah, it's been a really great day. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. I mean, there's so much more to say, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna read this first page. It hasn't gone to my editor yet. Amanda's my editor, but if you've watched this long, you might as well get to know what it is I'm working on. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to recordings of random musical musings from 2011, and it seems so long ago. At this point in my life, I was 24, and I was singing about being someone I'm not and feeling tired by all the bullshit and antics. Pardon the language if you're offended by that stuff. Sorry, it's here. I didn't really understand what it was I was singing about. All I knew is there was something unresolved in me. I was tired of pretending to be something I'm not. I was tired of pretending. I was tired of the fake. There was something in me calling out for more, that called out to some God I had never experienced, a God that I had waited for and waited for. I waited for a God that never showed up in this marvelous universe we call home. Most of my life, now, again, don't quantify. I'm sitting here like trying to qualify or quantify. Which one is it? I need to Google that. My writing, defend it, essentially, and there's no purpose in doing that, because if you're watching this, then deal. Most of my life, my songwriting would careen from inspiring and encouraging movements of spiritual energy towards a majestic creator that I, in all honesty, had very little relationship with. And it would careen from that to self-doubt, frustration with who I was in contrast to who I wanted to be. I didn't even consciously know what the problem was. I just knew there was one. There was some disconnect between me and who I wanted to be. Can you imagine that feeling? Feel like there's more to this life, more to yourself, more purpose, and more meaning to be found than the standard cookie-cutter life. Can you imagine having a knowing inside of you that something is wrong without having a single fucking clue where to start looking? I'm imagining you can. Most of the people I know and love have a sense of this on some level, that something is amiss. Some of us sense the discrepancy in big ways, driving us to seek solace in a bottle, a pipe, a pill, a relationship, shopping, jobs, careers, sex, food, yeah, basically everything. Don't get me wrong, I like all these elements of life, but they're elements of life, not the totality of it. So what the hell is wrong? What is missing? What is there that shouldn't be? What had me pining away for more for as long as I can remember? So let's pretend this entire reality is a video game, like a simulation, okay? Got it? Cool. We'll run 2 separate storylines here, and let's see what we come up with. Storyline 1, your life exactly as you've lived it. You grew up being told and shown all the things you've experienced. You've been told who you are, and what you're capable of, what's impossible, what's acceptable, what's expected, who God is, how to please Him, how to get into hell, how to get into heaven, what love is, what success is, etc., etc., etc. Storyline 2, your life exactly as you lived it, but every sense memory is wiped out. Every notion given to you by others is obliterated. No one explains the concept of God. There's no history to compare to the present. There's no preconceived notion other than your experiences, your current experience, your instinct, and your intuition. Your definition of success has nothing to do with what anyone thinks. You don't have to have some strange thirst for acquiring things. And another human is a fascinating experience filled with comforting similarities and yet endless chaotic possibilities. Suddenly, the point of life isn't whatever the fuck you've previously determined it is. Suddenly, you're forced to discover the purpose of existence for yourself, and the whole of reality is possible. What would your life look like? What would you be doing differently? If you were able to observe your storyline 1 with the mind of storyline 2, what would 2 think of the decisions that 1 was making? Are you building something you love? Are you living something you're proud of? Or have you been told how the game works? Have you been told who your character is? Have you assumed the role that everyone expects of you without question? Listen, if you're happy with your life and you don't feel this disconnection I'm talking about, then stop reading or stop watching. Seriously, awesome. I am so glad for you. But the assumption is that the void you feel in your life is merely part of the human condition. But I assert the disconnection, the void, the problem is part of the conditioned human. So the assumption is the void is part of the human condition, and I assert that it's part of the conditioned human. You were meant for more than this. We are capable of living more, finding more, loving more. And it took me losing my mind to find it. It took a mental breakdown to force me into the mind of storyline 2. Jesus, I've been raised in a Christian home, Christian background my whole life, and so I'm steeped in Christian tradition. Jesus said, "He who wants to find his life shall lose it," and it's so true. And I really relate to that. But I consider my mental breakdown a gift from the universe, a gift from the Creator, and it's awesome. It was awesome. I'm pretty much back to normal. But better, honestly, better than I've ever been, just because I've got practices in my life that I've never had before. But anyway, I won't drone on and on, even though I already have. This is fun. This is going to be fun for me. And if you're watching and you're enjoying it too, then comment. And I'm open to having like conversations and, looking for people. LFG, looking for group, looking for more. Because what I want to do with my life and what I want to do through what I'm writing, what I'm working on, it's going to require people. It's going to require cooperation and all that fun stuff and collaboration. So anyway, let me know your thoughts if you have any based on anything I've said. And yeah, this is just an unedited, raw, real Thursday afternoon. And I'm going to go spend some time with the kids now and do some cleaning. Do some setting up. We are in the process of moving still. I just wanted to take some time to, yeah, like 30 minutes to just not work. So I'm going to get back to it now and start unpacking boxes and putting everything in its right place, as Radiohead would say. So thanks for watching, and see you again probably tomorrow, maybe. We'll see.